What's up, everybody? I'm back with another movie review, and this is the third and final movie in the Apes trilogy, War for the Planet of the Apes. I want to say it was released in 2016, but I could be wrong. Again, like I said last time, say it almost every time at the game and the movie reviews, the correct date, the correct year will be in the title. I say that all the time. Moving on. Third and final one. This is where shit really starts to get whack. Okay, the first one is very expositional. Um, the second one is really the fallout from when the disease ravaged the Earth and how they're humans and apes are trying to coexist on this planet. And then we get this movie. Where do I even begin? First off, you guys have been. I said in the first movie review, I said in this one, I have the reasoning. Some reasoning about no real, like, who you root for, about who to root for in this movie. Why do they overhaul completely new characters? Because again, this movie, outside of Caesar and some of the, like, the ape tribe mates and stuff like that, they come back with no new human characters, completely different again. So that's wonderful. And the reasoning why I think that is they want us to root for the apes. I think that's why. New characters, they focus on turmoil in the ape group and allow us to more root for Caesar. But I think the character thing is mostly why they want us to root for the apes. That's what I meant. It really becomes prevalent in this movie when the humans are painted more as the antagonists, with them, running. I'm gonna say at concentration camps. I mean, that's what they are for the apes, and there's the military fighting against each other, and yeah. This is where it really comes to light who they want us to root for. So, that going in, it's hard. It's also hard to root for the humans here because they're being complete assholes. But that is what it is. So, just wanted to get it out of the way because there are no and then like the second movie, there's tiny little reference to the one of the characters from the last movie. This one, though, nothing. There's no references whatsoever to the movie. And that's probably because they do leave San Francisco. They leave the Redwoods because their tribe is being attacked and they want to go to a safer place. So that's probably why that's the case. But nothing. Nothing at all. Screw all those characters from the last movie. Some of them died. Some of them didn't. But they're not around anymore. And like I said, this movie is much more ape focused. The apes have become a lot more intelligent. A lot more of them can talk. And they have a lot more better language to work with for each other. And there's a lot more of them because we meet in concentration camps. And that's where a lot of, and so the apes congregate with each other and everything. So yeah, so that's another reason why you gotta root for them, some more ape focused. But the animations were fine in this movie. It just really gets weird with they're going in the snow and they've got the paintings on their face, and then the camps, and it's cold, but it's raining all the time, and we get the girl who can't talk at all. Like, has she got the disease or is she not? Like, what the fuck, guys? Like, to be clear here, because it just gets put in randomly partway through the movie that the group that's running the concentration camps actually all are sick, and the military is coming to shoot them. So cool. And then we see the guy that I think looks like Ben Stiller, by the way. Bald Ben Stiller. That's who I think he is. But he actually does, like, you can see the symptoms. And it does. We saw so the second movie was very much, we saw the effects that the disease had on the whole world. This time we get to see how it like affects people, what it actually does, not what comes from it. We see in the second movie, oh, pop, everybody died, apes took over the world. Now we gotta try and fight back. This one we get to see, oh, what happens when somebody gets this disease. It's a little tragic, to be honest. It lose your ability to speak, and you pretty much become primitive until you die. And yeah, not great. But so we get to see that plenty of times in this movie, and it's very well elaborated on. So there you go. But it's just really weird with the snow, and they start the avalanche, and they blow it up, and it's just like, why? It just got. It didn't get like super out there. I'm thinking of you. I'm thinking of you, Moonfall. Holy moly. Yeah. Or even really Independence Day. I'm thinking of you. It didn't go that far, but it went farther than it probably should have, all things considered. So, but what are you gonna do? It's gonna kind of roll with the punches and whatnot. You could tell that this was really, they were running out of things to do with monkeys in the wild, and they had to make them a little bit more advanced and have them, be a little bit more at with the world and everything like that. So, alas, you do what you do. It's quite a crazy movie, to say the least. More of the monkeys can talk, like speak, and we do get some Koba like flashbacks. That's pretty weird too, because Koba scares the shit out of me with that one eye, and then he's the darker fur. Like, what the fuck? It just scares the shit out of me every time he's on screen. Didn't expect to see him at all. And then they still get a lot of the sign language though, even though a lot of them can more verbally speak in this movie. So you still got to pay attention because girl can't speak either, so she's like talking in sign language as well. It's good to reference that. And then also they kill off Caesar's son, which looks like, yeah, he was in the second movie and he played a pretty big part in the second movie, and he's killed off pretty early here, which, like, sure. It was kind of sad, honestly. I kind of wanted to see Caesar and the head military guy go more one-on-one than this military guy. Every time he was on screen, outside of when he died, outside of his last scene before he got shot, I mean, he was literally, all it was just big-ass long monologues. Like, really? Why? It's like a stupid stereotypical villain arc here. I would have liked to see him go like one-on-one with Caesar, bam, 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 like a one of those cringy YouTuber boxing matches, bam, 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 bam. But we never got to see that. We just got to see the guy kill himself and Caesar cause an avalanche that killed the military, and then we watched the other military guys get blown up as well. So that's how it ends, boys. They eventually go to the desert land, and then Caesar dies. Spoiler alert, dies. He did what he needed to do, though. It wasn't like it was dragged out or anything like that. I didn't really expect him to die, but I guess that's their way of effectively killing off the series. And to be honest, you could tell that this is where it needed to end. So I'm glad they did it that way, and capped off the series, at least on a good note, off a good manner. So my final score for the Planet of the Apes, I'm gonna have to give this one a 7 out of 10. I don't think it's as good as the first two, but not by much. It's not a horrible movie. It's just a little out there, a little weird stuff going on, but it's far from some other movies that I've seen. Again, looking at you, Moonfall, looking at you. Anyway, if you've ever seen this movie, War for the Planet of the Apes, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. Stay tuned for much more amazing content. And until next time, I will see you guys later. Goodbye.